First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Right there, 56. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Slam. X3.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Check, ready. Come on, and read. Check. Watch 54. Watch the slats. Check. Rest. Check. Go. Check, hot. Delta.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. To throw is Bridgewater. And he slides to avoid the hit. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Dancing to it, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. N'Keal Harry, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Bridgewater. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Yeah. Check.
Bridgewater now from the 50. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we...
And Kamara has it stripped. And now there's a scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. Catch is made by Harry. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
13.
Garoppolo. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Bridgewater to throw it, and Thomas has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56, Mike.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight line.
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch your leg. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here's Bridgewater. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. To throw, Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. What do you need? We ain't giving up nothing.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. N'Keal Harry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 21-15.
Makes the score Niners 21, Saints 15.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Get ready.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
You can't block me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right here. Right there. 54.
Bridgewater on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. 6 man. Check curls.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Mike's 5-4. Blue down. Go. Mike's 54.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And complete, right side to Cook. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
That's another Saints first down.
Watch the screen.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Jam. Mike's 5-4.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Lutz with the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Garoppolo now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. 27, Mike. 27.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
I got you.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check.
21.
Watch the run.
Hey, Zoo.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
San Francisco.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Garoppolo again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 18-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Lock.
47 to Mike, boy, 47.
Hey, Delta.
Check, 47.
We own it. We got you.
On 1st down, here's Breida. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Lock.
Kill.
Two.
Garoppolo now. he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Niners 48, Saints 22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pull it together. Slam, squeeze. Echo. Right there. 54, right there. Go. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum, because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the edge. Right strong. Grab on.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This is Coleman, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
56. 56. Silver. 54.
First down, Bridgewater. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards down for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Trump. 56. Mike, 56. 56. Hey, watch the ball. Mike, 56. Mike,
Bridgewater now from the 50. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's been a long day for you. Check 31. Check 31.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ronald Blair. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Go. 56. You run. Mike, 56.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's Coleman. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man, that's Harry. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is Mostert. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Go.
56, Mike.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is Cook with the grab. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56 to Mike, boys. 54. Check 56. Watch the run. They're running up.
Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert flare. Alert flare. What's wrong? Mike 56. Mike 56.
Bridgewater on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
56.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Rip right. Rip right.
To throw, Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Ronald Blair picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Mike's 56. Oh, here we go. Oh. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Gotta do better.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
A little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up.
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Go, go.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 37. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
We coming all day.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. All day. All day, every day. Zoom, zoom. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Hey, check.
Bridgewater to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.